everybody? We are going to do a complete walkthrough guide of Stepn. Stepn? Stepn. I've been using this for about 2 weeks now, and I am impressed. I'm impressed. And obviously the demand for it and the hype for it has been going up, and for good reason. After using it for 2 weeks, I think this thing's really got staying power, and it makes a lot of sense because it incorporates fitness and blockchain, and it's actually usable. Their token's actually usable. It's profitable. It's really, really good right now, and I don't know where it goes long term, but I could see it definitely being around long term. I'm not saying that as some moon boy. I just got this coin, so I just wanted to tell you nothing but good things about it. No, legit, I'm using it, and I'm like, wow, this is actually usable. It's involved in fitness. You just download an app. It tracks your distance, and there's got some gamification to it, and it's like, wow, this is different. I could really see this being around for a long time, and it's still in beta. So a lot of people want to get in, but you need an activation code, right? So there are way more people that want to get in than are in, and that number keeps growing. But I've been asked a lot about Stepn, so I'm going to make a walkthrough to really give you the fundamentals of what Stepn is, how it works, and how to use it, okay? But we're going to start by looking at this. So we're on the How to Play tab here, okay? We're at stepn.com, How to Play. So, choose your sneaker. I'm not just going to read this to you. I'm using it. I'm going to explain it, but I'm going to fill this in, okay? So stay with me. Hit that like button, hit that follow button, and be sure to check out the link in the description for some pretty awesome crypto resources that you're probably missing out on and you don't want to miss out on. But let's get into this. Choose a sneaker that fits your fitness level. Hit that like button. Hit it. You can do it. Choose a sneaker that fits your fitness level because there's walkers, joggers, runners, trainers. And look at the speeds, okay? So you earn when your average speed is between 1 and 6 kilometers an hour. So basically if you're moving, right? If you're going any walking speed, you can earn on this shoe. A jogger is between 4 and 10 kilometers an hour. Now listen, I live in the States, so I'm a miles per hour guy. So 4 to 10, what I came to realize was that I typically walk. I'm not a runner, but I walk. And I realized, because I got a walker originally, and then I realized I can get a jogger and I can still earn because 4 to 10, like I walk faster than 4 kilometers an hour, and you probably do too, because 4 kilometers an hour is like less than 3 miles per hour. So you probably definitely move that fast. So I would say a jogger is best for most people. And then a runner and a trainer, and you see the different kilometers per hour that you need to be moving, okay, to be earning. And you also see down here, if you see down here, this is how much you earn per energy. That's what this little thing is here. This is energy. So you need to have energy to be able to go walk and earn. And as you walk, your energy gets diminished. And when it goes to 0, you have to wait for it to refill. It refills completely once every 24 hours, but it refills in 6-hour increments. So it refills 25% of your energy in 6 hours, another 25% in another 6 hours, another 25% 6, and then another 25% 6. 24 hours, full energy. So you earn 4, and that's the other thing why I suggest a jogger, because you earn 5. If you're going to be going walking speed for most of us anyways, you can earn 5 instead of 4 per energy. Now these are rough numbers. You're not necessarily earning 5. GST is the token you're earning, Green Satoshi token. There's also GMT. We'll get into that later. But GST is what you're most likely going to be earning, is definitely what you're going to be earning. Now, and the runner earns the most at 6, and then the trainer earns between 4 and 6. Trainers are the most popular because you can basically be going any damn speed, period. You can just use it and whatever you feel like doing that day. You can go walk, you can jog, you can run. Whatever speed you go, you're going to be earning pretty well with a trainer. They're the most expensive. Walkers and joggers are kind of about the same, and runners are actually the cheapest because of demand. More people would rather walk or jog than run. But you do earn the most with the runner. So if you are a runner, runners are the best value for like what you pay to get them and what you earn by using them. Okay, runners are the cheapest of all the shoes, but yet they earn the most. So you're thinking, but you got to go that speed. You got to be going at least 8 kilometers an hour, and 8 kilometers an hour is, you're not walking 8 kilometers an hour. You're at least jogging for real. And I have a walker, a jogger, and a runner. And we'll get into why. I actually really only use the walker and the jogger, but we'll get into why I have all three in a second. It's pretty important. So right down here, here's the screen. This is the marketplace here, where you buy your sneakers. This is exactly what it looks like. You know, these are shoes, and this is a shoe box. You don't know what's in there. Looks like this one says rare, so it would be a rare. There are different levels. We'll get into that in a second too, but you would just search in the marketplace for a shoe, right? There's a walker, there's a jogger, there's a runner, shoe box, stuff like that. Detail page, so when you click on the shoe here, it'll take you to this, and these are the different things that you see on the screen. So we'll start up here. These are called sockets, these four things here, okay? They don't have a mark. Typically there's a letter on them. Yellow would be efficiency. We'll get into what these mean in a second. Efficiency. Blue would be luck. Red would be comfort. And, well, actually, this blue right here would probably be resilience, okay? We'll get into all that in a second. Just stay with me. And you got the different levels: common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. The more rare your shoe is, the more you earn. Okay, this one says epic. There's a big price difference between common and all the other ones. Uncommon is probably 4 times as much to buy as common, and we'll get into all that soon. And you earn GST, like I was saying. So these 4 measures down here: efficiency. This is how the higher your efficiency, the more you're earning as you're walking, running, jogging. So that is, think of it as, if you're a business, it's your revenue. Okay, it's your revenue. It's how much you bring in when you go walk, run, jog. Luck really has to do with enhancing your mystery box drop rate. Mystery boxes typically have these gems or GST in them, or both. And gems are important, I'll say important, they're useful is probably better, because they can go in these sockets. And they typically will add, like if you got a regular gem, you could put it in this efficiency socket and you would earn 5, maybe 10% more with your efficiency. So you'd be earning more when you were exercising if you had a gem in here, okay? If you had it in here, you would have more luck. If you had a gem for comfort, you'd have an increase in comfort. If you had it in resilience, you'd have an increase in resilience. So that's why gems can be useful. Right now, I don't use any gems, but that's obviously subject to change. This right here has to do with your durability. So as you exercise, this number goes down because your durability goes down. So you have to pay to repair, right? So you use your GST, some of it, to repair your shoe, because if it goes down, see it's got 100 here and it's at 80. If it goes below 50, your earning drops 10%. So you're only earning 90% of what you would. And if you bring it down to, I think, like 25 out of 100, I think you start earning like literally like 50% of what you would earn if your shoe had a above 50 durability. Okay, so you will have to use GST to repair this. And then all you do is you equip your sneaker and you start moving, right? So you hit this start button and there you go. These mystery boxes, you could open them. I don't typically have mystery boxes. If you're newer to this, you probably won't be getting mystery boxes. But you just hit the start button and get going. Here's how much energy you have, and here's how much GST, your earning cap for the day. That's how much GST you can earn for the day. You don't really have to worry about that much. But here's your energy bar. If you have one shoe, we'll get into that in a second. Everyone's got at least 2 energy, right? And you earn as you use that energy. It keeps track of, this is the screen. Once you push the start button, this is the screen you'll go to, and it'll start a timer. It'll record your speed, how many steps you're taking, how far you go, and how much you're earning, which is that right there. And there's a pause button. If you're walking the dog and the dog stops to poop, you hit the pause button. If you are out for a run, walk, jog, and you hit a stoplight, you can hit the pause button, right? Because your earning, your average speed has to do with your earnings. So you don't, if you have to stop somewhere, hit the pause button. That's fine, and everything will pause. Let's see. Strong GPS. I never really see this on here, so that's why I was kind of looking for it. I'm like, that's new to me. Apparently, you could change your sneaker while you're going too. I actually didn't realize that. That's what that button does. Okay. Nonetheless, I would say pick the shoe you want to use for whatever you're doing. Like, I have a walker, runner, and a jogger. I use the walker when I'm walking the dog because he's old and slow. and I can't really get to the jog speed because then we got to stop a lot. But when I'm on my own, I use the jogger and I just go for a brisk walk. They also, when this little moonwalking thing up here, it says anti-cheat. So they're really good at being able to track if you're like on a scooter or in a car or something like that. So they know if you're walking. It's very, very interesting. So don't try to cheat it. Just get out and exercise. You don't have to walk real far. Like I have 4 energy and I usually use up all my energy within like half a kilometer, right? Which is like half a kilometer to maybe 0.75 kilometer, something like that. So you don't have to go real far. Check and flex, yeah, you can do that. Burn GST. Now you use your GST. That's why I'm saying what I really like about this, because you earn this GST, Green Satoshi Token, this coin. Here's the image for it, and you have to use it to repair your shoe and to level up your shoe. The higher you level up your shoe, the more you earn when you go out and walk. So the more you earn per energy. We'll get into energy more in a second. And then, of course, it's in the App Store, too. There's just so much to be bullish about here because you can just download it straight to your phone, get in there and start using this. This is exactly what the app looks like. And they also have, they're not showing it here, but you have a, let's see if I can find it. You have you have 2 different tabs that you can use. There's a spending wallet and a regular wallet. You can trade your GST for Solana. You can trade it for USDC coin, which is a stable coin. It's basically cashing it out into cash, into US dollar, and everything like that. So let's move on to more of this. Let's go through the white paper. I'm not going to make this really long, but I'm going to explain it because if you're trying to read it, which you need to do, I'm going to go through it and make it easy to understand. So when you sign up, you'll create a wallet because you are using a crypto wallet, but it's so well integrated into the app, you don't even know you're using it. But it is a real crypto wallet, so you need to keep your 12-word secret phrase somewhere safe. Safe, safe, safe. And then you got to get some Solana into your wallet. Maybe you buy it on Coinbase, and you just send it to your wallet address, which will be right here. If we go back here, they're not showing the wallet stuff here for some reason, but there is a wallet address. There is a wallet address that would be right there. Dang it, I wish I could see it right there. But anyways, you'll have a wallet address to send things to and from. So you purchase it, you purchase on the marketplace, you purchase a sneaker. We'll go to game modes. There's solo mode, which is all that's available right now, which is you just going out and exercising. They're going to eventually have this marathon mode thing. I'm not going to talk about that right now because it doesn't even exist right now. Sneaker attributes, we talked about that. Efficiency, luck, comfort, and resilience. You're going to by far be focusing on efficiency and resilience. And we'll get into more of that in a second. But I talked to you here's about durability, right? When durability is at 50 or less, you're only earning 90% of instead of 100% of your earnings. And when it gets to 20 or below, you are only earning, I was wrong, you're only earning 10%, right? So if you were earning 1 GST per energy, you're earning 0.9 here, and you're earning 0.1 here. So you have to use the GST to repair your sneaker. And these are the speeds that we talked about in the earning. The higher the efficiency, the more you earn, and the higher the resilience, the less you have to pay to repair, the more durable it is. So that's why it's a balance of, I think of, like if it were business, I think of efficiency as revenue, and I think of resilience as expense. So the less expense you have, right? So the higher the resilience number is, the less expense, the more durable it is, and the more efficiency, the more revenue you have coming in. So those are the two you really want to balance. And I'll show you how to distribute points, right? And what I should say, when you level up a shoe, you get points to put into these 4 categories, right? Every time you level up, you get 4 points, and you get to distribute it through here. I always put all of my points into efficiency and resilience. I'm going to show you somewhere a tool to show you exactly how much to put in those 2 things. Okay, we'll get to that in a second. These are the sneaker qualities. Common, uncommon, rare, epic, legendary. And you earn more with each one. See, here's the will attain 4 to 12 additional attribute, because I only have common, so I don't know the exact numbers of these other ones. That's why I'm kind of looking at it too. Oh yeah, and every time you level up, like if you're going from level 0 to level 1, it's going to cost you 1 GST and it's going to take 1 hour. If you go from level 1 to level 2, it's going to cost you 2 GST and take 2 hours. Okay? And that's the way that goes, except for when you hit increments of 5. When you hit 5, 10, 15, 20, it costs more. When you go from 3 to 4, it just costs 4 GST and it takes 4 hours to level up. When you go from 4 to 5, it costs 10 GST and 10 GMT. Okay? GMT is the other token. It's the governance token. So to go from 4 to 5 is quite a bit. And go from, but you have to be at least level 5 to also mint. We will get into that in a second. So that is something to be aware of. That's why you'll see a lot of shoes that are like at level 5.2 or 9.2. The level and the number of mints. We'll get to that in a second. Stay with me. But when you get to level 5, it unlocks socket 1. So you can put a gem in that very first socket, and it unlocks shoe minting, which means you can take 2 shoes together and you can make a 3rd shoe. It's not free to do. You have to pay 100 GST per shoe, so 200 GST to breed them and make a 3rd shoe. Okay? But the way that shoes are valued is obviously their level and the number of mints they've done. The higher the level, the more value it is. The higher the mint number, the less value it is. So it's a balance of those two things. So if you were a level 9 mint 0, that would be worth a lot more than a level 9 mint 2. Because when you mint, the first 2 mints, from the mint from 0 and the mint from 1, those mints only cost 100 per shoe, 100 GST. But when you go from 2, when you use mint 2 and 3, so your first 2 mints are 100 per shoe, the next 2 are 150, and that number keeps going up, right? So that's why the higher the mint count, it brings down the value, because to use that shoe to mint, it costs more. And you can only ever mint, you can only use a shoe, breed a shoe, 7 times. After 7 times, there's no more minting available with the shoe at all. Let's go this way. Gems and sockets, we talked about that. And there's different levels of the gems and sockets. We're not going to worry about that too much right now, because you're not going to be using that really at the time that I'm making this. I'll do updates in the future when I find it more relevant. We talked about shoe minting. There's also, when you mint shoes, when you mint a common and a common, you have basically 100% chance you're going to get a common shoe. Common and an uncommon, 50-50, basically. And this is this chart. So we're not going to get too much into that. Although you do, what's interesting is when you get your shoebox, like it gives you a common shoebox, the shoebox actually has a 3% chance of being an uncommon sneaker. So really, you'll definitely get what's marked as a common shoebox, but 3 out of every 100 of those common shoebox will actually have an uncommon shoebox, an uncommon shoe in them. Very interesting. So there's that chart for that type of thing. We're not going to get into that. Here's the different ones. If you mint a walker with a walker, 85% you're going to get a walker, 6% jogger, 6% runner. These are the different chances you have of what shoe you're going to get depending on which shoes you breed together. In other words, what shoe you're going to get at the mint. Here's the sockets. We're not going to get into all that either. Shoe mint variation. We have the badges. I'm not going to get into that right now. It's not important. We're going to go into earning cap mechanisms. So we're in solo mode, which is really the only thing that's going on right now. We're at almost 19 minutes in this video, but this is a complete video on Stepn. Hit that like button if you're digging it so far. Hit the subscribe button. Also, this is the whole calculation to calculate your earnings. I'm not even going to try to get into this. Just realize that you're going to earn more as you level up. And it's also, as you level up, it costs more to repair your shoes. So if you don't have full durability and you're about to level up, be sure to bring your shoe to full durability before you level up to the next level, because it's going to cost you more to repair it at higher levels. Mystery box, I'm not going to worry too much about that either. If you have a common shoe, I mean, I have never gotten a mystery box, and they're hard to get. You really, almost from what I can tell, you have to have at least an uncommon shoe, basically, or a really, really high level common. Energy system, again, if you have one sneaker, this is really important, pay attention here. If you have one sneaker, you get 2 energy. right? So as you burn your energy, that's how you earn. And when you hit zero, there's no more earning, and it refills 25% of that energy every 6 hours, right? So if you have 2 energy, in 6 hours, you're going to have 0.5 energy. And in 24 hours, you'll have 2 energy. But if you have 3 shoes, you're only ever really going to use, you could use all 3, you could use any of them, but at any one time, you're really only going to use one. In reality, only one shoe really matters. Like for me, I have the walker and the jogger because of my situation with, I have an old dog that I walk, my dog. And so when I take him out and I'm using it to earn, I use my walker because I know that I'm just not going to be able to go. We're just not going to move even 4 kilometers an hour. He's just really slow. So I use the walker. But most of the time, I'd much more prefer to use the jogger. So for most people, they will just pretty much use one shoe. So long story short, if you have 3 shoes, you get 4 energy. And that's not 4 energy per shoe. That's 4 energy regardless, right? So you only get to use 4 energy every 24 hours. But that's what that is right there, right? So I have 3, it's why I have 3 shoes. If you get to 9 shoes, then you have 9 energy. If you have 15 shoes, you have 12, you have 30, you have 20 energy. So it's just the more shoes you have, the more you can earn because you get more energy. With that being said, I really only use, I use 2 different shoes, but most people are really only going to use one. So what you can do is you can get the one shoe you really want and then just buy the 2 other literally cheapest shoes in the marketplace to give yourself 3 shoes. And I've been looking at the math and everything. It doesn't really make sense to mint unless you're just minting to give yourself a new shoe, because when you take 2 shoes and you mint a third, their mint count goes up and they lose value, even though that shoe you're getting is going to be worth more than what you paid to get it. When you actually count in the decrease in value of the other 2 shoes, it ends up being about the same. But with that being said, it can make sense to do that if you just have no desire ever to sell these shoes at all. And personally, me, I don't, because I'm like, I got 3 shoes. I don't really plan on selling them because I got my setup. And with that being said, one of the most profitable levels to be at for most people is level 9. So starting out, you'd probably want to get at least a level 5. And probably mint 2. Like I wouldn't even worry about minting. I would just get a level 5 mint 2. That's the cheapest way to get in of whatever shoe you want to use. And so now you got a shoe, and then you start earning with it, and you use the GST you get to level up your shoe. You can do it in a couple days. You can earn enough GST in probably 2-3 days to level up your shoe to level 9. Because again, we stop at level 9, most of us. I'll go higher later. But it just costs so much more to go from 9 to 10. It doesn't cost 10 GST. It costs, I don't remember how, because I haven't done it yet, so I don't know. But it costs significantly more than going from 8 to 9, right? It costs significantly more than going from 10 to 11, because 11 will be 11 GST and take 11 hours. But 10, it's going to take 10 hours, but it's going to cost, I don't know what they are, a lot more to go to that level. So we have that type of stuff. Let's go back here real quick. Energy, right? If you have an uncommon sneaker, you get +1 energy, right? So instead of 2, if you had 1 sneaker, 1 uncommon, you'd have 3 energy. If you had 3 uncommon sneakers, 1 uncommon sneaker and 2 common, you'd have 5. But even if you had 3 uncommon sneakers, I think you'd still only have 5 energy. So it's that type of thing. So that's something to keep in mind. If you do invest in an uncommon, rare, epic, or legendary sneaker, you don't need to have, to get this more energy by having multiple shoes. You don't need to keep getting rares, epics, legendaries. Just get commons. Like here, if you have 1 uncommon and 8 commons, that's how you're going to earn the most. You're going to have 10 energy regardless. Maybe I'm wrong on that. I haven't gotten to that level. You probably don't have to worry about that right now because you're probably just going to you're going to stay in this zone. You're going to have 1 to 3 sneakers, and they're probably going to be common. Because a common sneaker goes for roughly $1,200, and an uncommon goes for roughly $5,000. So most people are going to get in at 1 sneaker to start out, and then probably buy a couple more. So to get 3 sneakers costs probably about $3,600. But think of it like this: if you put $3,600 in a savings account that paid you $100 a day, would you do that? Yeah. You would absolutely do that. That's the way I think of it. I bought 3 sneakers. I spent $3,600 roughly, and I earn about $100 a day. So I'm like, that's just money I put in a savings account then, because I can always sell the sneakers if I want to and get my money back, if I want to. So it's not like dead money. Quest system, it's not really there yet. Achievement, this stuff isn't really out yet. Anti-cheating just has to do with GPS tracking, make sure you're not cheating the system. Taxes and fees, when you do sell a shoe on the marketplace, there is a 6% tax. You pay the royalty fee and the trading fee, right? So if you sell something for $1,000, they're taking $60 of it out, so you're actually getting $940. Shoe minting, there's a tax on that also. So I didn't even talk about that because you would pay 200 GST to mint, and you would pay a 6% tax. And we haven't gotten, rentals aren't out yet. You will be able to rent out your shoes to people, and they'll be able to rent them for free. But what will happen is they'll use your shoe, and you'll split the revenue. But the sneaker rental is not out yet. That's going to be a good way for more and more people to come in. That's why I really like their roadmap. I like Stepn so much. Socialify system, we didn't really get into all that. See, once they've completed all the GameFi, so they're really gamifying this, and that's something that makes me so bullish for it. It really does. Inventory system, yeah, we don't need to look at that too much. This is just kind of roadmap stuff, really. Activation code, that's one of the biggest things, because so many people want to get in, but you need an activation code to get in because they're still in beta, and there are way more people that want to get in than there are activation codes. Marketplace, again, rental coming soon. That was where I was talking about where you buy and sell your shoes and shoe boxes. They have 2 coins, the green Satoshi, and that's the game token, and the governance token is GMT. When you get to like level 29 or 30, you can earn GMT, I believe, but that's beyond for this video right now. They talk about their supply and earning. They created 60 million GST. 20 million went to is that supposed to be Solana? Because they're also on the Binance chain, so that's what BEP20 is. So this must be the Solana. I don't know why they put SPL. So this is Solana to me. I don't even know what's going on there. And then, of course, there's the contract address for that. Not real necessary for this video, because I'm really just trying to give you I'm not getting into all that either. Decentralized wallet, yep, you'll have a wallet. Governance, we're not going to get into all that either, because I really want to get you up and going. Privacy, security, change log. So what I really want you to know, here's what I really want you to know. If you're starting out, get a shoe. Get 1 to 3 shoes. That's going to be for most people. Personally, I would say get 3 shoes. Pick one, go to the marketplace, figure out, am I a walker, a jogger, or a runner? Okay. Basically, usually, you're going to be picking between the jogger and the runner as your main shoe that you use. Because the other 2, if you have 3 or 9 or whatever, you're really not going to use the other ones. Like I told you, I do use 2 because when I go out and walk the dog, he's slow and old, and I love him. He's wonderful. So I use my walker shoe, even though it doesn't earn as much because I'm out. That's what I'm going to do. But most of the time, I'm going to use the jogger when it's just me. But think of your situation, but get 1 to 3 shoes. If you get 1 shoe, you're going to have 2 energy. So that's how much you're going to be able to earn. If you get 3 shoes, you'll have 4 energy. So you get to earn twice as much. There's no point in having 2 shoes. Unless you buy 2 shoes and you mint the 3rd one and just get that discount and don't worry about what it does to the value of the 2 you have. So that's another way to go about it. And then you just hit the start button. Pick your shoe. When you have energy in the bar, hit the start button and get moving and keep moving. Stay within the energy limits. Again, the energy speeds are 1 to 6 kilometers an hour for the walker, 4 to 10 for the jogger, 8 to 20 for the runner, and basically all speed ranges for the trainer. It's almost a 30-minute video, but I really walk through here. So you get a shoe, find one, figure out your place, get your shoe, and get moving, get earning with. Just start out with 1 shoe if you want. Don't be afraid of my opinion, not financial advice, just my opinion. There's no reason to be afraid of buying the shoe. Like people, $1,200, oh my God, it's so expensive. It's an expensive shoe. What? Think of it like this. I'm going to put $1,200 in a savings account that's going to pay me $50 a day. And I can take that money out whenever I want. The $1,200, not dead. Like I can go sell the shoe and get my money back whenever I want. Okay? So, and same thing with 3 shoes. Same thing. You can go sell your shoes whenever you want. They hold their value really damn well because they earn. So I have $3,600 in a savings account. It's the way I look at it, and I earn $100 a day. So it pays for itself back in not 36 days, because you do got to use your GST to repair your shoe, and you may need to level up. But once you're done leveling up, like I've stopped at level 9. For now, that's where I'm at, because now I'm focused on getting my capital back. And that will take more than 36 days, but it'll take maybe 45, 50 days to get all my money back. And I could still always just sell the shoes and get my money back if I wanted to. You with me? I know it's a 30-minute video, but I really wanted to get all this out there. So you hit the start and you walk and you earn. And this little gold number goes up here showing you how much GST you're earning. If you have, this one has 5 energy. So what it does is it'll cut it down in 0.2 increments, right? If you have 1 energy, it's got 5 0.2s. So it'll go from 1 to 0.8, and it'll ding up and give you some gold coins, some GST. Go from 0.8 to 0.6, give you some more GST as you walk, and stay within the speed range. Don't be too worried about speed range. Just be moving. If you're using a walking shoe and you're running, that's not going to work because you're going to be out of the range. But if you're using a walker or a jogger and you're walking, for a walker, 1 to 6 kilometers an hour on average, and 4 to 10 with a jogger, then on average, then you're earning. And when the energy bar is gone, you're done earning until you get more energy. And you just turn it off or keep tracking what you're doing. Keep track of how long you've been out on your walk, run, jog, how far you've gone, how many steps you've taken. It's very useful. So I hope that was good for you. Hit the like button, hit the sub. Check out the link in the description to find out, to go see these, my favorite crypto resources that you're probably not using. Definitely check that out too. But I would highly recommend getting involved in Stepn. One way to get an activation code is go into the Discord, go into the Reddit, and just ask, hey, does anyone have an activation code they can give me? I'd really like to try this. You may not get one the first time. Keep trying. You will get one. Hit the like, hit the follow. You're awesome. Hope you got value out of this. Bye-bye.